Hi guys, in this video we're going to discuss what to do about tight and painful hips. I know that can be a big problem. I've had clients and some of my boot camp participants over the years who've expressed some of those same problems and concerns. And I'll tell you what seems to be common in most cases is lack of mobility in a joint that's designed to move a lot. This is the most mobile joint in the body, and this is secondary. You know, this joint can do all sorts of things, but we typically only move it in these very, very predictable forward and back motions needed for walking. And that becomes the real issue. Being sedentary, sitting like I am right now, you can see this joint is in a very, very tight position. This big hip flexor has no length to it anymore like you do when you stand a lot, so it's short. And it's weakened because it's not having to load or do much. And doing that repetitively over the course of weeks, months, years, a career, it starts to lead this joint to become very, very tight and inactive, not a lot of blood flow, movement, flexibility, and then you end up with a problem. So I'm going to give you a few things today that can help move you to a better place and hopefully alleviate some of your discomfort. So without further ado, let's jump right in. So you may not have some of the tools that I'm going to use today, but if not, no worries. I'm going to show you some household things that will work just as well. So I got a foam roller here. You place this right between your knees, get your ankles right under the knees, sit nice and tall, and you would just squeeze really hard, engaging those muscles deep in the pelvic region, the adductor muscles. Hold it for about a second, release it, and you want to do somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 of those. When you're done with that, then the next thing you're going to do is you can grab, I have a band here, and I'll wrap it around my legs so I create tightness here, and then I'm going to now push apart. Same thing, I'm sitting up nice and tall and driving my knees apart, so now I'm working the outer muscles, the hip flexors, the gluteus medius, and always by sitting tall, we're engaging spinal muscles. Now, if you don't happen to have the two things I use, I want to show you how easy it is to replicate this at home. You can just take a pillow or two, put those between your legs, and then you squeeze really hard, and then you release just to the point before losing the pillow so it doesn't fall, so you don't have to constantly reset. And of course, always tall posture. And then lastly, you could grab a cloth belt would work best, but you could even do this with a leather belt if you want it. And you just grab it nice and tight. You'd have to have it at a fixed position, and then you just push out against that resistance, holding it for a couple seconds, relax, and repeat. And doing those, again, 15 to 20 times, and do them a couple times a day. And those, in addition to the exercises that I'm about to show you on the floor, but I have a little bit of surprise for you. There are exercises that are to be done on the floor, but I know some people have a difficult time getting to the floor. So these are going to be done from the bed, just in case you can't get down there.